Joining us this morning are friends from the Titusville YMCA. Holly Sprong, Jeff Letterber join us. Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome, welcome. Good to see you on a sunny day. It's nice, isn't it?
It's very nice out, yeah.
We'll take it.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a nice weekend, too. And, well, what's going on? A lot happening, Holly, right?
Always, yeah. It
Always.
seems like there's always a lot happening. Yeah, we're glad to be back and tell everybody what's happening at the Y.
Well, it's hard to believe we're coming into August. So
I know.
a lot of those events we were talking about for June, July, starting to wind down. And
Right. We had 3 major events during the summer, and our last one is coming up. It's hard to believe.
that's
But our
crazy.
youth golf tournament actually is coming up in, 2 weeks, I think it is, August 3rd.
During Oil Festival, right?
No, it's the week before
Week
Oil
before?
Fest.
What kind of kicks off Oil Festival?
Sure.
Week, doesn't it? Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Part of the fun.
Yeah.
We can talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely, yeah. It's open for everybody in the community, from kids ages 7 to 17, and it's a really fun little tournament. It's good to get these young people involved in golf. It is a lifelong sport that they can enjoy,
Yeah.
and it's nice to get them into something that they can enjoy through adulthood to keep them active. And it's out at Pops Windy Knolls. Leroy's really good out there with working with us. We actually have a golf league out there as well on Wednesdays, and Wes takes the kids out there on
that's cool.
Wednesdays. Yeah, and there's another session of that starting up as well. If people don't want to do like the little tournament, they can sign up and do that with Wes on Wednesdays as well. But we'll
Nice.
have a picnic for them after the tournament, and it's pretty low-key. Parents can drop off the kids, or they can walk around the course with them, and we'll be there giving them their trophies and T-shirts, and it's a
wow.
fun little event. It's a nice morning event. Doesn't take too long. It's 9 holes, and it's a 2-person scramble, so you can do it with a buddy.
Oh, that's really cool. All right, so that's coming up.
Yeah.
Is it crazy to think that the kids are going to be going back to school in a month? And then those fall-type programs are kicking off?
Oh yeah, we're usually 3 months to a year ahead in our minds anyway.
Right. But it's still hard to believe that it's just going so fast.
It is.
And it's been a really busy summer for you guys, both inside and outside of the Y.
Right. We have a lot of programming outside of the Y in the summer, so that's nice to be able to be out in the community more, and the kids like it, and our staff enjoys it as well. We do a lot of programs down at Burgess Park. Michaela has soccer down there right now. We'll be starting up flag football, so if anybody's interested in the summer portion of flag football, not the fall one, but the summer session, it's going to be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Jeff's like, sign me up.
Yeah. But that's going to be starting on Monday, and that goes from like 1 to 2 in the afternoon down at Burgess.
Okay.
And then the fall flag football, I'm thinking, is going to be the same as it has been as well. Not quite finalized on all those details yet. But yeah, other things are like outdoor club, where Wes and Michaela take the kids down to Drake Well. And there is another session of that starting as well next week.
Wow.
So they fish or hike or bike or see wildlife that maybe is somewhat unexpected sometimes. And, that happens. But we're prepared
That's
for
really
those
cool.
things.
Yeah. I take it there was an incident? Or?
Maybe.
Okay, I don't well, that's still pretty cool that you get
is.
to take the kids out. And
It's a very popular program. The kids like it. Get away from the screens, get outside, see what we have right here in our
that's
back
perfect.
door.
Are you
Yeah.
surprised sometimes when you look at like the programs that are offered? I'm sure it's kind of waves. One time maybe football seems
Right.
You would think that, but maybe another time it's not as big and something else is big. I mean, do you see those waves?
We do. Soccer is having a huge wave right now. Actually, we had a lot of kids in soccer. We had a lot of kids in basketball also this summer. And we'd like to do some things for the older kids as well. It's not just the younger kids, like sports conditioning. Michaela's going to be starting that up next week. And so anybody who's in like grades 5 through 12 that maybe needs to get a jump on getting their heart back in shape
Nice.
and their muscles and loosened up, she really has the knowledge to be able to work with the kids and do that and strengthen them and get ready for the upcoming season. But we don't see maybe as many kids in that. I don't know if it's because it's older or it's maybe a newer program, but it's a really good program.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And you had mentioned this, or somebody from the Y mentioned this, I don't know, maybe last month or a couple months ago, pickleball.
Oh, yeah.
And how popular it is. I thought, it's pickleball. It is popular.
It is, and we have people of all ages playing pickleball now. So a lot of the people that play may be older adults who have been playing tennis their whole lives, and it's a nice alternative for them to play indoors, where it's more of a controlled environment and weather and temperature and those kinds of things.
Doesn't affect our game, does it, Jeff?
No, we'll play it.
Yeah. Well,
But they've talked some high school kids into playing and younger adults as well. So it's fun. Ups their game a little bit.
yeah. Well,
Sometimes.
and I'll tell you, Holly, golf and tennis are two sports that you can play
Right.
very late in life, and it's wonderful.
And when we have the facilities around here as well, which is nice. There's a lot of golf courses. We have tennis courts downtown that are nice and new. And so we like to be able to bring the kids into that and teach them some lifelong activities.
Very good. All right. Well, what else is happening? You brought in this guy. I don't know why.
Jeff will
Curious
tell you
as
what's
well.
happening. We
Yeah.
got some new stuff that not everything we do is sports,
Right.
Or we're a community-based
This is all
organization.
health related too. Right?
They are absolutely. Yep, and mind, spirit, and body at the Y.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, I want to ask about the spirit part. What, like, the spirit or
The spirit.
spirits?
The spirit.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't
the one
sure.
and only.
It's Friday, Put a flask in the desk or something.
As long as we don't catch on fire, we're good.
All right.
So,
So, bad segue to Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
hi. Good morning. So, no, like Holly was saying, one of the key aspects for the Y, really its mission, is centered around Christ in the gospel. And so, for the last, I want to say 5 years, we've been doing a Bible camp in the summer. With some
At the Y.
volunteers at the Y.
At the
Yep,
Y.
at the Y, in the wellness center, actually. And so this year, we're going to do that again. We're going to have Bible camp, and it's going to be July 30th, 31st, and August 1st. So next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And so this year, we've centered our theme around cross training, because I love puns.
Right?
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. So we're going to do cross training with the kids, a little bit different kind of physical activities, but then we're also going to help them learn about the gospel through Romans Road, which is a very well-known part of Scripture. And so we're going to help the kids do that by looking at the biblical character Paul and his transformation.
Now, this is happening next week, but certainly this isn't the only time of the year that there's a focus on this. There's breakfast throughout the year. Talk a little bit about some of the other events that happen.
Right. So we do other spiritual activities throughout the year, things that involve the local churches in the area. One of our major, best well-known, I suppose, events is our Good Friday breakfast that we do at the Y, where it's free, open to anybody. It's usually around 7:30 to 8:30 at the education center down in the basement there. We serve breakfast. We have a brief message, good socializing, fellowship time, and then some other events throughout the year just to keep the focus of the Y on Christ.
So, if somebody's interested in taking part in this next week, what do they do? Is there an age limit?
So we're looking for 5 to 12-year-olds. They can sign up. We have a registration form, which they could probably fill out on the day of if they want to. But
Definitely.
but to give us a heads
Yeah.
up, they could call and let Holly or Kim Ciccarelli know that they would like to participate. And so we're pretty loose on who anybody can come. Anybody can, brothers, sisters, families. And so it's a nice opportunity. So they'll get a biblical lesson. We have volunteers that will do some music with them. Again, Wes and Michaela and Jacqueline will help out with physical activities. And then we'll have crafts and snacks as well.
Oh, nice.
So it's 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. that next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Nice.
So
It's just
Yeah.
perfect time to do it.
it is.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make sure that a lot of the local children and youth were able to get to their church's vacation Bible school. So we wanted to plan it so we weren't stepping on anybody else's activities. But yeah, so again, free for all students. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. You're watching the Morning Drill on Stream Television in Armstrong and listening to it on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. Here with your friends from the Titusville YMCA, and always something going on. You got a lot of stuff right there, Holly.
I like to be prepared, Luke. I'm a planner.
You are. So in addition to that, you talked about wellness part of things too. What's going on in that aspect of it?
Something that is kind of new to us. Is coming up. We've been working on this for well over a year. We're venturing into the area of community-based and evidence-based health programs.
Okay.
And we have one coming up, which is called the YMCA's Diabetes Prevention Program. So it is a community-based inter-blah.
Perfect.
It's an inter-blah. Yeah. And if you don't know what that is, then it's a lifestyle change type program where anybody in the community who qualifies by their risk factors for developing type 2 diabetes would be eligible for the program.
Now that's the reversible kind, right? If you are diagnosed with that, you can, if you follow your doctor and eat healthy and live
Right.
healthy, maybe escape that.
Yes,
Okay.
that is the part of the entire program, is walking through those changes and having help with those changes in a group type setting with a trained lifestyle coach. It's all very laid out. Like I said, it's evidence based. This comes from Y National. It's not just something that we came up with and did our own research for. It's been done, but there are definitely specific ways for us to roll out this program and work with the community on this program so that they are able to maintain those lifestyle changes and increase their physical activity and maintain some healthy living and eating better, things like that.
And you see this probably the start of every year, right? The New Year's resolution is I'm gonna be a better me, and I'm gonna take part in activities, and but what is it? How do you break through mentally? Because is that the biggest challenge? Is maybe somebody starts, but mentally you think, boy, I've been working out, or I've been going for walks, or exercising down at the Y, and what? There's a bag of chips. I could pick that up, and I can have a couple, half a bag. I'm doing good. How do you break through?
Part of that is being held accountable by this group that you'll be with, and we also, hopefully we could do that during Lose to Win, is know that life happens and it's okay. Don't knock yourself down too much because you are going to have setbacks, but let's look at the big picture. So over the course of this program and Lose to Win, which is 10 weeks, this one is a year. So it is a commitment, and you are going to have another conversation before you are actually entered into this program to say, like, Luke, are you really ready to make this change? We'll help you, but these are our goals. You're going to have to lose 7% of your total weight. And, I've seen people lose that in 10 weeks. So to be able to lose that in a year, it is a realistic goal, and to maintain that. But having that trained lifestyle coach, and also part of this program is a YMCA membership. So after you meet a few sessions and you're ready for that portion of it, then you get to come into the Y as well and work on that part of the lifestyle change, because that's just one part of it.
You see a lot of that, don't you? Where somebody comes in, and I'm sure you see tears, especially like Lose to Win, right? Where they weigh themselves, and week one, I did okay, and as you go, if you're sticking with it, it gets tougher to lose a lot of the weight, right? But at the end of it, it's amazing to see just people standing there crying, like, I can't believe I lost X amount from the time I started to now.
Right, and they're really, really proud of themselves, and they should be, because I've seen people, and I've seen it too, like, where I didn't think I could do this. I never thought I could do this, and I can.
So again, here it's really the people around you that are helping you get through this, because this is tough when you completely change your habits. Right?
Right. I mean, you still have to do the work, and you're still going to be held accountable, and I think that's a big part of it. But when you are shown, there's an intake quiz, an assessment to determine whether or not you're even eligible for the program. So when I took this quiz, I qualify for the program. So it's kind of an eye opener. Like, wow, I'm one of the 84 million who is in the pre-diabetes category that doesn't even know it.
Wow.
Until you take this.
So what do they do? Do they have to schedule an appointment with you to take this, or how do they figure this out?
We have some literature we'll be rolling out where you can kind of take the self-quiz yourself and do some internalization and think about whether or not this is something you want to do. But then there's going to be another talk with Jacqueline, who's the program director of this program. Kim and I are also the team on this. There's a champion, and of course that's Kim. I mean, she's the team champion, of course. And I'm the member engagement person. And
You're here.
yeah, that's right.
And some champion.
Jacqueline will work through another assessment with you about whether or not you're really ready to make that change and some more details of the program.
Can you join as you go? So if the program starts, or do you need everybody to start it?
You can actually join, I think, up to session 5 of the program, or session 4. There are 25 sessions throughout the year, I believe, and they start meeting weekly, and it's about an hour, but I don't want that to scare anybody away. It lessens. You aren't going to be weekly all year.
Sure. We're talking about going back to school. We've been invited to sit with our kids at lunch. This was years ago, I think ECLC age, right? Mm-hmm. So you sit there and kids would open up their lunches, and it would amaze me to see kids pull out not a sandwich or an apple or grapes,
right?
And I get it, a snack, Little Debbie's. I get that. But this kid pulled out Little Debbie's, pop, chips. This was all in their lunch. There was not a single sign of something healthy in that lunch. That's horrendous.
It is. And hopefully, if there are adults that maybe aren't quite knowledgeable on some nutrition aspects, part of this program is definitely about nutrition and really what is in the food that you're eating.
But doesn't it have
sugar
to
content.
Be a family thing? If you're going to do this, I mean, if you're going to change your lifestyle, you're going to have to go home and say, hey, when we go to the store,
for sure,
you guys are giving this up along with me.
That's a good thing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But this is a very challenging thing. This isn't just one of those, I'm going to try this. I mean, you really have to be committed to doing this.
Yes.
Not just for you, but your family.
Right. And that's absolutely for your family.
So is there advice for folks who are going to join this program on how to completely change over that household?
Well, I think that's part of what our lifestyle coach, who actually is Evelyn Kerr, who's very knowledgeable. She has a lot of scientific knowledge because she is a nurse and has also been trained in the WISE program. So she's coming at it from both aspects and has kind of a curriculum, so to speak, on how to work with your family and help them to accept the changes that you're making and to support you as well.
That's wonderful. Because I think it would be horrible to go home after committing to this.
Yeah, that would be frustrating, for sure.
Yeah, and everybody's sitting around, again, some chips or whatever.
Yeah, and you do have to be over 18 to be in the program and have a BMI of over 25%. Okay. So there are some qualifiers like that as well.
All right. So the best thing to do is call the Y.
Right.
And get
call or email Jacqueline, jslater@worldconnects.net, or you can go to our website and find her email or information on there.
Okay. Thank you, Holly, for that.
Yeah.
Jeff, real quick, recap next week.
So next week begins our YMCA Bible Camp. So it is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., 3 hours, on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at the YMCA Wellness Center. Kids can sign up all the way up to the day of, and they will get biblical lesson, a snack, some exercise, and then do some crafts. And then on the last day, I forgot to mention this, parents are welcome to come, and we have like a little thing for them as well.
Very nice.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Holly, you mentioned a lot of things today. If folks have questions about any of this stuff, want more information, how do they find you?
Our Facebook page is really active. If you're not a Facebook person, but do have the internet, you can go on our website, which is TitusvilleYMCA.org, or call or stop in. You're always welcome to stop in, take a tour, check the place out, see what we have. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Thanks, guys, for coming in.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks, you too.
I can see